And that was my first and last day there. But at least I met Mr. Nice Man who said he liked the way I walk. He could tell that I was a bad bitch, and I was. What's up, my beautiful people? Welcome back if you are back for another story time, or welcome if this is your first one. Today's story time is going to be a personal one about myself, and how I was set up, I feel like, to become an offender. Like, I am not that type of girl. Like, yeah, no. So it was this one time I had met this man working this job. And it was so funny because the job that we worked, this is my first day on the job, right? And I worked at a bread factory. And in this bread factory, I've learned a lot. But one thing about it, we had to wear like these jumpsuits, right? Like these big ass jumpsuits and full on helmets, like hazmat suits, damn near, like the whole workplace, you know. When we come onto the floor, we had to wear jumpsuits, right? So the person who was supposed to be training me, I knew he had dreadlocks. Like, I could see his face. We could take our helmets off in certain areas of the building, but when we're actually working with the bread, we have to have the full body suits and gloves and all that on. So while I was in the training area, we're talking and stuff, but like he was telling me, he was flirting with me. I don't like, yeah, he was gassing me up. And at that time, I was going through a lot. I had lost the love of my life. I had no intentions of even talking to another person in this lifetime. But he approached me. He was like, I could tell you're bad. Like, I could tell by the way you walk. And I'm like, you can't even tell the way I walk in this big ass hazmat suit. Like, he was gassing me up in a big ass hazmat suit. So I'm like, okay, baby, he might have got me. So, we exchanged numbers or whatever, and we ended up talking for a little bit. And we wasn't together, but we was together. It was weird. Like, you know how that be. We was not in a relationship, but we was together every day doing relationship things. And on this particular day, so like while I was working, actually, honestly, that was the job that I only worked one day. Yo, I genuinely had a great day. It wasn't until the end of that shift. And you know what? Because it was one day, I could tell y'all the story. Yo, so I had a great shift. And at the end of the shift, I'm getting ready to clock out. Let's say my shift is over at 12:30 noon, 12:30. And I'm standing at the time clock at 12:20. And I'm waiting those 10 minutes. I don't know who Buddy is, but Buddy has said, you gotta clock out. And I'm knowing I can't clock out no sooner than 12:30 because I'm gonna get in trouble if I do that. So I'm not gonna clock out. I'm just gonna wait, And he was like, but your shift is over. I'm like, well, no, it's not. My shift isn't over. He was like, you're supposed to clock out. You're not supposed to stand at this time clock. Well, I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go find some work to do then for 10 fucking minutes then if it's that fucking serious. And he was like, no. He took my badge and clocked me out. I said, okay, bet. Since I gotta clock out, I left that room and I took my shit off. I was so pissed because, bitch, I couldn't, no. You know what's so funny? He didn't even clock me out. I don't even think I had a badge at that time. They didn't even give me a badge. It was day one. He wrote down the time that I was the time that I was standing at the time clock, basically, and said that's the time that I clocked out. And I'm like, bro, we've been sitting here arguing for at least 5 minutes. So, like I said, I was standing there 12:20. Here it is now, 12:27. And he still wrote down 12:18 type shit. So, bitch, I was pissed. I was pissed because, bitch, now you cheating me out of my time, baby. Out of 2 minutes? No, bitch. I need that. So, So yeah, I was so pissed. I went like, okay, so we supposed to like leave there's like a whole building area that we're supposed to leave before we can even take all this hazmat shit off for real. But like the office area that I was standing at, like I still had all my gear on. Like when I get out of that room, I'm supposed to put my stuff back on. But yeah, no, I said, you know what, I hope you have a terrible fucking day. And I threw my shit up in there, and I threw the rest of my shit, like I was just throwing shit as I was leaving. Like I was stripping this hazmat suit off. Like I tossed my helmet in the room, and it was so funny because I think all of them were like the managers of the building, and they're all like like, bitch, I don't give a fuck, because what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, I'm clocking out at 12:30. That's the time they said I'm supposed to clock out. Like, if you ain't got no work for me, what the fuck else am I, like, I'm gonna be standing on the floor, and I'm not gonna walk off at 12:30. Y'all got me fucked up. But hey, yeah, no. So yeah, I threw my shit in that room, and I just started stripping as I walked out, and that was my first and last day there. But at least I met Mr. Nice Man, who said he liked the way I walk. He could tell that I was a bad bitch, and I was. Period. A real bad one. He left a nasty review on me. I don't give a fuck. Anyways, yeah, so me and Buddy Ass was talking ever since or whatever, and so on this particular day, I want to say we was talking for at least a good 2-3 months when this happened. Like, this actually wasn't even the end of the relationship. Don't quote me. It wasn't a relationship, but it wasn't the end of us talking when this happened. It should have been, but clearly I didn't have it all together up here. I just wanted to fuck with somebody, and he was the first thing that came popping after I had a major loss, you know? So yeah, he hit me up one day. We're texting back and forth, and we're talking freaky, you know? We're texting that freaky stuff back and forth. We're talking, and I was supposed to slide on him, basically. Like, I'm supposed to slide on him. So mind you, clearly I was jobless after I fucked that job up, right? And I want to say my car went down. Something happened with my car. I didn't have a car by this point, and I wanted to see him. It's been a minute since I've seen him because I don't have a car now. And I decided we're texting back and forth, and I'm gonna go see him on the public transportation, the bus. And I want to say it was about a good hour commute. Could have been 2-hour commute. Could have even been 3 max, but I doubt it was. I want to say like 2.5-hour commute to get to him by public transportation, right? And I get all the way there. Like, of course it was a voyage, because baby, look at me. You see a thing like me walking on the street, who's not gonna stop to try to talk to me? Like, I feel like a celebrity. I have to cover up. I have to hide. They can't see me. Y'all, there's a lot of stuff on my desk. Leave me alone. As I'm traveling to him, there's so many cars honking at me, trying to talk to me. Where are you going? And, do you need a ride? All this extra shit. Of course, I ain't stop for none of them. I just go about my day, and I get all the way to him. Mind you, I'm texting him as I'm on the way. And by the time I got on like the final bus to get to his house, and even then, it was still a good 10-15 minute walk from the bus stop to his house, right? So I was texting him, and eventually, like, we stopped texting some part along the bus route. I haven't heard back from him, but I'm like, I'm already on my way. He knows I'm coming. I'm getting there, right? So I finally get there. I get to knocking on the door, ringing the doorbell, all that extra shit, and he's not answering the door. He's not answering texts or phone calls. I was outside of his house for an hour because, bitch, I took public transportation. You think I'm gonna leave? We're supposed to hang out. What are you talking about? So I sat outside his house for an hour, I guess, as he slept. Eventually, he finally opened the door, and I got in, but he laid back down. So I came over here on a mission, baby. What we was texting about on that phone, I came over here to get that. So, why the fuck would you go up in there and lay back down? Like, I went and laid with him, and I was trying to get what I came for. You feel me? Like, I can't. It took me a while to get here. So I came to get what I came for, as he was so tired and so sleepy. And by the time I tried to whip that thing out, Oh, guys, he was yelling at me. And I thought it was funny at first. But until I realized how serious he was. Like, you would have thought I really tried to rape him. Like, oh, I didn't. You would have really thought I tried to grape him. Like, the way he was reacting. And I'm like, oh my God, like, you knew I came over here for this. We was talking about this. What do you mean? Like, oh my goodness, I have never been put in that position before. I felt like such a creep. Like, oh my goodness, I am a creep. I am a creep. Clearly, I'm a freaking creep. Yeah, no, he cussed me out so bad. He was so mad at me that I tried to take him in his sleep. Because, and then he was like, you know, if the shoe was on the other foot, and I get it. I do get it. If the shoe was on the other foot, it would not be well either. But, you know, I just got out of a long relationship with this dude. We have a baby together. There are some things that, you know, went unsaid. Like, we did that to each other all the time. So I thought that was normal, you know? Clearly it wasn't, and clearly not everybody's okay with it. I never thought that as a female that I would have a guy flipping out over something like this. Like, I thought this would be so attractive to you, but whatever. No, I'm sorry, because I get it. I do understand, you know, I do get it. I really do. So I honestly feel bad that happened. I felt bad, but whatever. He kicked me out, girl. I got kicked out and caught public transportation all the way back, y'all. And that was the first time I had caught a ride from a stranger. Y'all, because no, baby, I was on my way. I was really on my way. But listen, if you know me, you wouldn't find out that I am a cheapskate. And the bus, it was a lot of buses to get where I was going for some reason. So one of the strips, I said I was gonna walk instead of taking a bus. Like, it couldn't have been no more than 2-3 miles. You know, I'm army strong. I ran half marathons. So anything under 10 miles, anything under 5 miles and under, that's walkable to me. Like, I'm not gonna pay nobody no money for no damn 5 miles. If it ain't free, I'm walking it. So yeah, I was walking some miles, but I got tired. It was hot. It was middle of summer. It was hot, and it was so many cars honking at me again, because I'm still a bad bitch. I'm a bad bitch that got put out by a dude, and you know what? Not to talk about Buddy, but Buddy ain't even all that. I was really just out here doing anything, honestly. Like, I was really doing anything. So for him to have the power to do that to me, that was just insane. And I was just stressed out. And this final car drove up, and he was like, you know what? I don't even think he asked me if I wanted a ride. He seemed flamboyant when he stopped, and he was like, dang, girl, you so fine. I see you, girl. You better walk. You better go, girl. And he was like driving alongside me as I'm going. And I don't know if he asked me. I know I didn't ask him for no damn ride. But he had to ask me, like, did I need a ride somewhere? Because as he was talking, I'm like, shit, I love your energy. You know what? You make me happier than what I was just feeling. So you know what? I'll take this ride. And immediately when I got in the car, I smelled alcohol. And he seemed like he was older than me, but couldn't have been no more than like 10 years older than me. You know, he seemed like a big bro type of dude, like, you know. But he was like, yeah, I'll take you where you need to go, but I need a favor from you. Like, he wasn't asking for no gas or nothing. He said he will take me where I need to go for free, but he wants to take something to the pawn shop, but he doesn't have no ID to do it. He needs some money. Which was funny. That was actually really funny, because whatever he went up in there to pawn, he only got $7 for it. So he needed my ID to go do whatever he needed to do at the pawn shop. And it just so happened the pawn shop was a little bit away from my house. Like, it was closer than where I was. Like, I was so far. And I was like, if you even just left me at the pawn shop, I can walk the rest of the way or figure it out from there. But yeah, so I got in the car with his ass. And you know what? That was such a crazy day. Oh my goodness. Now I'm just remembering so much about that day. So So we're riding, right? And as we're riding, he was complaining about how he's mad at his dad because he had to do a project with his dad. He basically worked with his dad on houses and stuff, like they be painting houses and stuff, and he said he left all his equipment there and he has to go out there to go get the equipment because he has another job to do. And you know, he's mad that his dad didn't bring it because I guess he left his dad with that equipment and his dad just left all that shit there. So yeah, he has to go get that so he can go to his next job. And he was asking if I want to ride with him to do that as well, but he needs to do the pawn shop shit first. Like, there was so much we needed to do. So honestly, it's the middle of summer. I just got kicked out of this dude's house. I didn't give a fuck. Hey, YOLO, man. Come on, let's go. So I said, fuck it, yeah, I'll ride with you. So first we have to make the pawn shop stop first. So as we're going to the pawn shop, we're like, I want to say 5 minutes from the pawn shop when I noticed there is a woman walking down the street butt to ball naked. Honestly, I think she had like green or blue panties on. Like, it was something neon color. She had some bright neon color panties on. She was a bigger lady with some big boobies and just nothing. Like, I don't know what she was going through, but she was walking up and down the street butterball naked. And I'm like, oh my God, like, somebody should get her. Like, it looks like she might need some help. And you know, me and buddy ass that I just met, I don't even know his name. I don't even remember if he even told me. But yeah, no, me and buddy that I just met was just laughing about it, because what is she doing walking around? I'm like, no. But on a serious note, I really do think she needs some help. So I called the police, 911, and I said, hello, 911. I am on such and such in Halstead, and there is a woman walking down the street with no clothes on. I just want to report it. Like, I just saw her walking toward whatever direction, and I'm in a car driving past. I just want somebody to go check on her. I'm not going to check on her, but somebody should. And the operator was like, oh yeah, we have got several of these calls. Yeah, we have an officer out there en route on the way. Thank you for calling. And I'm like, okay, have a great day. Whoop-de-whoop. Hung up. So then we go to the gas station first, and then we end up going to the pawn shop. I think when we went to the gas station, he had bought like some loose squares or something. I don't know what he ended up doing. But yeah, when we went to the pawn shop, they gave him a little hard time, and then they ended up giving him $7. And I don't know, by then he was arguing like all this time while all of this is happening. His dad is like, or I don't know if he's calling his dad or if his dad is calling him, but back and forth, he's getting a little bit more and more upset, more and more aggressive, because he's pissed off that his dad left all that stuff there. And you know, the more he talks to his dad on the phone, the more angrier he gets, or the more he talks about the situation. And I'm just like, you know, maybe it's not a good idea, because like, you finna go get this stuff and go to your next job. What am I riding with you for? So I'm like, you know, and two, I'm right here like real close to the house. You might as well drop me off. Not at home, but there is a bus station nearby. Like, you can take me to the bus station that I would like to go to. And really, I can walk from there. Like, then it's like a good 10-minute walk for real. But yeah, no, he was persistent about taking me with him. But he was like, I mean, not persistent, but he, you know, he was like, are you sure? I really want you to go. I would love to hang out with you. I would love some female company. And I'm like, no, I'm just making up hella excuses. Like, I gotta get home to my baby. I got things to do, whoop-de-woo. And he ended up dropping me off. Like, he really wanted to take me home. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna get on right here at this bus station real quick. And I'm gonna go the rest of the way, because I think I was telling him I live way further than over here and I can just catch this last bus there. But he was like, no, I really want to take you. I'm like, no, I'm good. So I ended up going to the bus station, and I sat there, and he sat there for a while, like he was gonna wait on me to catch the bus. So that's why I'm like, I didn't even want to walk off from right there. So I just sat there at the bus station, and you know, it's a bunch of people. It's like a big old, what is it, like the bus terminal? So it's like a bunch of buses coming through in not cars, but you know, people. So I go and sit there, and by the time dude finally pulls off, I get up and I'm finna start walking, and this other dude comes out of nowhere, and he's like, hey beautiful, my bad, I can't even talk. He says, hey beautiful, you so fine, can I get your number? And I really want to break down in tears right now, because you don't know how many people have been trying to talk to me all fucking day. Like, I just got away from somebody who I just randomly decided to talk to. Like, please, I don't want to talk to nobody else. I just want to make it home at this point. It's like the whole route, and this is why beautiful women should be driving. Beautiful women, get your car, save your coins, get your car, stop walking your beautiful ass out here. Because, I mean, it's fun. It's fun. You get so much attention. But, baby, I feel like a celebrity. Like, oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. They don't even know who I am. They're just like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. And they want to stop me and talk to me. And I have been trying to work on my facial expression, because, bitch, do it look like I want you to talk to me? How do I make that face? Don't talk to me. No, but for real. Like, I just don't know what to do. But yeah, no. Yeah, but he was like, yeah, you're so beautiful, I want to, you know, get to know you, whoop-de-woo. And I said, baby, I've had a long day and I've been talking to people all day. I don't want to talk to nobody else. And I ended up just walking off, and I walked my little ass home, and that pretty much summarized that. I don't even know if I ended up talking to Buddy, the one who kicked me out. I don't even know if I ended up talking to him after that. Like, you know what? I did, but we did have like a final straw where I ended up getting sick. I think I got physically sick from fucking with him. And I know it sounds funny, but I mean, like, yeah, I got physically sick. And it was funny because I told him I was sick and I can't talk right now, and he just got real mad and started going off on me. And I'm like, baby, this is not a relationship for you to even be going off on me like this. So at this point, like, that was my final straw. It was a little bit after that though. So I'm like, yeah, I'm sick as hell, and you going off on me because I can't talk to you because I'm sick, and you're damn near the reason I'm sick. Like, and I mean, like, I was like, I don't even think it was like a flu type of sick, but I wanted to throw up. Like, the presence of him made me want to throw up. So my body was physically rejecting. Oh, Bobby. Okay, I'm just gonna end this shit because I can't talk. I'm trying to say baby, I'm saying Bobby. Rejecting, I can't talk. We're done. Y'all know my body was physically rejecting that man. And I stopped messing with him. So yeah, if y'all want to know, that's my story. Am I wrong?